Lundgren. Ridge Lundgren, 15.5 points a game, and Carter Scott, 11.5 points a game.
Yeah, some of the best players that you'll find in 1A are going to be playing tonight, and that matchup of Ridge Lundgren and Daxton Miller, those two kind of at that guard position but with really good size, is going to be a treat to watch.
Yeah, the big shooting off guard that can go down and post up, that's a good matchup.
Yeah, yesterday it'll be interesting to see because Rich, they've really been going through just the hit with so much emotion, and then last night a very emotional game, a lot of passion, and you know when that can either sometimes tire you out and you get fatigued, or it can kind of bring you together, and you'll see that unity and everything come through. For Panguitch on the other side, they played Bryce Valley gave them about everything that they could handle, but for the most part, Panguitch has made it to the championship without too much, worry in most of the games. Obviously, the Bryce Valley won for a little while, but a little bit of a different kind of path and feeling for each team coming in.
Definitely a different path. I felt like Rich had there's a few more obstacles in their path. Even because they beat Paiute, right? They played Paiute on day 2.
Yes, and Paiute, they're a team with a lot of experience in this tournament and kind of that winning culture.
And Rich won that game pretty handily, if I remember right. They all blend together, Tyler, but it still was a solid opponent.
That's right. And, Ridge Lundgren on one side, he scored in double figures in 19 games this season. He has 4 20-point games. He can really fill it up, but we saw last night his defense is what really shined and got them the win over Tabiona when that game, really it was anybody's game, and Ridge Lundgren just completely took over in the sense of it didn't matter who else was on the floor. Rich would have won that game with Ridge Lundgren, the way that he did that. And then Daxton Miller, he's a 6'3" guard. He loves to go down into the post. Rich will post him up quite often. He has 5 20-point games this season, 16 double-doubles, a handful of those with rebounds, a handful of those with assists.
One thing that really stuck out to me yesterday, Tyler, that the Bobcats, I've never seen them only attempt three three-pointers in a game, ever in my life. They attempted 3 3-pointers against Bryce Valley last night.
Yeah, and that is quite a shift. They obviously have the size inside with Remy Chappell, Bridger Chappell, and Daxton Miller that will play down low, but they also have shooters that can space it. Maddox Johnson, Daxton Miller can shoot. Berkeley Dalton
can also, it's interesting to me, and I don't know, maybe it's just they're taking what was given them or what the opportunity was, but I'm curious to see how that shakes out tonight. Transition-wise, I think the Rebels like to run the ball a little more, push the tempo. Bobcats typically are content to set up, run their offense, take a little more time.
And these two, obviously they met in the championship a year ago, 55-48, Panguitch won. They kind of got out to a quick start. They led for most of the way. Rich was trying to play comeback, but Ridge Lundgren, he had 16 points in that game last year, hit 3 threes. Daxton Miller, he had 12 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists. So you see that on display, the biggest stage, his ability to play inside and outside. Remy Chappell had 6 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists in that game a year ago as well. So they both played big roles, but, Panguitch, they lose Cashire, Justin Osborne. So they lost some guys from a year ago that were big contributors to that championship team. It'll be interesting to see, Daxton Miller and Remy, those guys have the experience, but can Berkeley Dalton, Bridger Chapel, Maddox Johnson, those guys step up and fill those roles?
Yeah, can they fill those voids that were left? Because those are some pretty big shoes left, but on the season they have. So far this season they have filled those shoes.
It helps, too, with the emotion, like the introductions, kind of the emotions of the championship game, that, a lot of the rich guys, whether or not they played, were at least here to experience this a year ago. That's really cool right there as Daniel Smith's parents get a hold up his jersey.
That's pretty special.
But a year ago, Rich kind of got out to the slower start, and Panguitch, who had been here the year before, really jumped on top. Now that both teams were here a year ago, I think a little bit of that emotion and nerves will be flushed out, and they can just focus on playing basketball.
Yeah, for sure. The Rich Rebels with 4 seniors from last year on this roster. Now as we get ready for their starting lineups, so that's Berkeley Dalton and Drake Weston. And Maddox Johnson and Ridge Lundgren. Remy Chapel for the Bobcats. Number 25, Carter Scott.
Carter Scott, he's the one that hit the 30-footer last night to send the game. He hit it in the first overtime, sent it to double overtime. They ended up winning in triple overtime.
You have Remy Chapel and Riker Hoffman. Daxton Miller. Number 23 for Rich, Carter Hoffman.
I think one of the main X factors in this game is how can Rich, inside with Riker Hoffman and Carter Scott, handle Remy Chapel and as well as Bridger. I imagine they'll probably put Ridge on Daxton to slow him down because Daxton is a huge creator for this offense. Ridge also has the ability to play down low if they needed him to cause some trouble on Remy. But I'd imagine that they'll put Ridge Lundgren on Daxton Miller, which means the interior defense of Rich needs to slow down Remy Chapel.
For sure. As we get set for the tip, the United Mine Workers of America tip-off, UMWA is a powerful voice since 1890, the Union for All Workers. To join the UMWA for a more secure future, call today. Tip comes off to the Bobcats. Miller up top, left side. Johnson, Dalton. Bounce pass high post into Bridger Chapel. Shot off. Dalton with the rebound for the Cats. Miller drives baseline, steps around the defenders, puts it up and in. Nice baseline move by Daxton. Kind of takes that, uses almost a Euro step to get to the left of the defender. Dribble drive, penetration, up off the glass, rebound Bridger. Remy Chapel, sorry. Dalton to Maddox.
Rich starts out in a 2-3 zone.
Bounce pass. Miller got it at the top of the key.
I think one of the problems with the zone is Daxton Miller can kind of find the spots that he wants to match up, and he can be the creator for them. It's just hard to put your best defender on Daxton Miller if you're in a zone.
Yeah, it's kind of an interesting situation there because he moves so well without the ball. The miss and the rebound by Remy Chapel, by Bridger. Remy round the perimeter. Johnson looks, takes the three, got it. Bryce Canyon City 3. 7 unanswered points as Maddox Johnson knocks down the Bryce Canyon City 3 and Rich calls a timeout. This is state championship basketball brought to you by Aero Ag Solutions on 1aball.com.
Fab Rats is an entertaining YouTube channel based in beautiful southern Utah. Paul, Michelle, and the crew showcase major and minor fabrication builds, off-road adventures, family fun, and much more. Check them out on YouTube and subscribe today.
Off the Zions Bank timeout. Banking designed to help you score more. Zions Bank is for you. We're going to shoot it down to the Larry H. Miller Utah Summer Games sideline. Nathan Thatcher.
Hey guys, I talked to Coach Barney pregame, and I asked him if he feels any different being here once again and looking for a three-peat. He said that he always feels thankful to be playing for a championship because it's always so hard to get here. He also told me that he just wants his players to enjoy being here and to take advantage of the opportunity, and you can see them doing that with the 7-0 advantage. I also asked him about controlling Lundgren on defense, and his tactic was simple. Just hold him to a season average, and the Bobcats will have a shot at history. Back up to you guys in the booth.
All right, thank you, Nathan. Some great info and great insight. Coach Barney taking the approach, just let's play our game. Scott to the right side, Hoffman. Pull up off the dribble, Lundgren won't go. Miller with the rebound. Miller has it tipped away.
Carter Hoffman, a good job of trailing Daxton Miller, and that's one thing you can do to slow him down is pick him up early. Don't let him get out in transition and get to his spots.
It's interesting. They've had the last couple times down the floor, Miller and Bridger Chapel bringing the ball up the floor. Lundgren 3 off the iron. Rebound Maddox Johnson for the Bobcats.
Yeah, I think with the zone, they want to get Daxton Miller, and as you see, Rich already switch up the defense. They're back in a man. So the 7-0 run to start the game, and Coach Cornea needed to switch things up.
Dalton to Miller. That does allow Hoffman to take Miller. And that's the first stop other than the early turnover. Baseline drive, scoop and score. Riker Hoffman with his first bucket the first bucket for the Rebels.
Now if you're Rich, you've kind of officially settled in. You've got that zeros off the scoreboard. We'll see what momentum that can give them.
Remy. Bridger. For some reason in my mind, can't keep them straight. Lundgren with the takeaway. Left side Scott. Pulls up off the dribble. Long shot. Maddox Johnson looks inside to Bridger. Hand to Miller. Miller goes at the basket, and the ball knocked away. Chappell comes up with it to Bridger. Three for Johnson, won't go. Rebound Lundgren for the Rebels. Outlet pass ahead to Hoffman and fouled.
You can already see the difference. Coach Cornia's adjustment, switching that defense. The first couple possessions, Daxton Miller getting where he wanted, Panguitch getting open shots, and what that does in return is it allows Panguitch to set their defense on the other side. Now that they get a few stops, a turnover, they move quickly, they're able to get to the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line.
Carter Hoffman misses the first, one more to come. That one's good. Dalton into Miller on the low post. Looking left. Pass is tipped away. Number one rule in defense is stop the ball. And Riker Hoffman goes coast to coast off that takeaway and lays it in.
Exactly what he should do. Keep going towards the hoop until somebody stops you. Ridge Lundgren with his second steal already, setting up the transition points.
Inlet to Remy Chappell. Back out to Bridger. Maddox to Miller. Ball knocked away again. That helps. Go ahead.
Well, as you said, look at Ridge. Every possession, he's getting a batted ball.
Baseline drive by Hoffman. Miller with the takeaway. Remy. Bridger puts it back up, won't go.
Foul number 12, Ridge Lundgren, his first personal first team foul. At the line,
Bridger, Chappell, Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line. Bobcats scored those 7 quick points against the zone. And now we've been 4 minutes.
Yeah, they got to 7 with 6 minutes and 6 seconds left on the clock, so they're basically at 4 minutes scoreless.
Makes 1 of 2. Crossover, dribble, drive, scoop, and score for Carter Scott.
Right now, it's the other Rebels that are stepping up. The 2 leading scorers, Weston and Lundgren, haven't scored yet. The other Rebels finding their role.
Into the game, Jet Holmes, or no, not Jet Holmes. That's Dylan Fonsbeck. Bridger hands to Daxton. Bridger just offline with that pass, goes out of bounds.
It's been passing lanes that most of Panguitch's turnovers have come from, deflected balls. That time making it tough for an angle to get an entry pass into Daxton, and he's not able to complete it.
How many turnovers is that for the Bobcats, Ozzie? That was the 5th Bobcat turnover, and how many that was the first for the Rebels. 3 on the way, off the back iron. Foul on Lundgren.
foul number 12, Ridge Lundgren, his second personal, second team foul.
That will bring into the game Jet Holmes.
Now if you're Panguitch, this is where you try to exploit the mismatches. You try to find Daxton Miller or Chappell inside.
And there's that mismatch. Miller steps through the defender, gets it up and in.
The craftiness by Daxton Miller. You see in basketball these days how valuable oversized guards are that can pass the ball, that can finish inside. Daxton Miller is exactly that.
For sure, and he's able to take that contact because of his size and strength. Ten 7. Two early missed free throws for the Bobcats. We'll see if that causes problems down the road. Scott directing traffic, left side to Drake Weston. Weston looks, three on the way from Fonsbeck, got it, Bryce Canyon City 3. Fonsbeck ties it up, 27 seconds to go in the first period.
Big time play from someone off the bench. In championship games and games like this, those little role player points and possessions where they make an impact come up huge in the end.
Jumper for Johnson, rims off. Maddox wants a foul. There, no foul called. This is state championship basketball brought to you by Harward and Reese Construction on KSLSports.com.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters.
Are you tired of winter and ready to ride? We invite you to the Bryce Canyon Mule Days. Join us in Tropic, Utah, the first week in May for guided mule rides, vendors, food, and fun, including arena events, all mule fun rodeo, and ranch sorting. Then Friday night, a live concert featuring Dave Stamey and Bren Hill. The premier Chrome in the Canyon Mule Sale on Saturday. Learn more at BryceCanyonMuleDays.com, and we will see you there.
Welcome out to the Blackburn Propane broadcast booth from Sevier Valley Center. We got a ball game going on here in the 1A Boys State Championship basketball game. 10-10, all tied up. It'll be Bobcat ball to start this second quarter. Blackburn Propane, warmth you can rely on, powered by family, fueled by trust. Maddox Johnson kicks to Miller. They're going to call a foul
on Riker Hoffman.
And Rich fans aren't happy about that call, and I don't know, maybe it looked like a foul from this angle. Johnson lobs into Miller. Fake shot and foul. Two quick fouls on Hoffman. Daxton Miller struggling from Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line. Makes the second. 11-10. Long pass out to Scott. Lundgren left then right. And Dalton's going to be called for the foul. And if they're going to call it on one end, they call it on the other.
Foul on number 0, Berkeley Dalton. His first personal, first team foul on the Bobcats.
Lundgren elevates. Shot won't go. Outlet pass to Dalton. Brings it in the middle, kicks it back. Chappell, 3 off the iron. Miller with the rebound. Foul and one.
Basket by Paxton Miller. He was fouled by number 23, Carter Hoffman, his first personal. At the line shooting the and one is Paxton Miller.
Chappell with the rebound. Little shovel pass to Miller, kicks it out. Dalton, Miller with the rebound, gets it back out, tries to go up, kicks it, tipped. Maddox gets it. Dalton, 3 short. He says he was hit on the hand. The officials didn't agree. Crossover, scoop, won't go. Rebound, Fonsbeck. Shot up, no. Miller with the rebound. Maddox Johnson all alone in the corner for 3. Got it. Bryce Canyon City 3. Maddox Johnson, his second in the game. Going to call a hold. Moving.
23, Maddox Johnson, his first personal, second team foul on Panguitch.
Drake Weston did a lot of that with the T-Birds. He likes to, you watch him, he's very good at the mind games. Second quick foul on Maddox Johnson. Yeah. Little shovel pass inside. Hoffman defended by Miller, kicks it out. Weston dribble drive, swatted out of there by Chappell. Hoffman. Ridge Lundgren's 3 won't go. Chased down by Fonsbeck. Weston fakes left, goes right. Lundgren draws the foul. The last night, so Maddox Johnson with 2 fouls on the floor.
And Remy.
And Remy has 2. Last night,
Bridger.
Coach Barney did the same thing against Bryce Valley. Left Bridger on the floor, wasn't it? Or was it Remy?
Bridger.
It was Bridger last night. Ended up with 4 fouls in the first quarter, I believe. Did he make both those free throws?
Yes.
Johnson to Dalton. Johnson open right wing 3. Got another. Lundgren takes it to the rack. I thought he was stumbling and he was able to maintain composure, get the ball up and in. Scott, floater, won't go. Miller with the rebound, and the other direction we go. Inside the Chapel. To Miller. 16 on 15 on the shot clock. Bounce pass into Remy.
Remy Chapel's third.
So that was Remy Chapel's third foul. So not many teams bring a 6'7" junior off the bench that's a legitimate center, and that's what the Bobcats do in Verga. As Weston, as good as Chapel is and as strong, Verga's height definitely and shot blocking ability is really good. Johnson three, got another, 4 and a quarter, 4 and a half. Ridge Lundgren tries to answer, can't. Really good wall up by Verga, blocked. Carter Hoffman at the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line. Makes one. Rebound Verga for the Bobcats. Miller. Drives into Timber, shot up, won't go. Rebound Miller, kicks it out. Johnson, 3, 5 in the game. Weston blocked out of there by Verga and fouled.
Johnson is in his zone right now. You know, you'll watch some basketball games where guys hit 3 or 4 threes, and you're just waiting for it. It's just you're like, okay, he's not going to miss. He's not going to miss. But eventually, guys kind of miss. Right now, Maddox Johnson is in a zone where every time it goes up, it's going in. A complete heater for Maddox Johnson.
Absolutely. Baseline drive, shot up, travel. The offensive foul, moving screen. Is that a third foul on Verga? They say he stuck his leg out.
So you have Verga with 3 fouls now, as well as Bridgers. So 2 of your big guys, your starter and then your guy off the bench, dealing with trouble.
Yeah, that's a big foul for the Bobcats. Bounce pass. Ridge Lundgren on the high post. Spins one way, comes back the other. Jumper, rims off. Verga takes it off the rim. .109 to go in the first half. Dalton lobs into Miller, kicks it back out. Berkeley Dalton, 3 from the corner. Won't go. Saved in. Great save by Scott. Gets it to Weston. Back to Scott for 3. Off the glass.
It's a little bit of a rush shot. The one bright side of that is you get a 2-for-1 situation where they'll get an extra possession, as long as they get a rebound.
Yeah, if they can get a stop here, that did give them the extra possession. 30-second timeout. We'll take one as well. This state championship basketball brought to you by the Bryce Canyon Car Show and Fly-In on 1aball.com.
As Utahns, we don't have to go far to find a bit of heaven. Historic Panguitch City, nestled in southern Utah's high plateaus, just 20 miles from Bryce Canyon National Park. Panguitch is a year-round celebration of heritage and outdoor culture.
It's that time of year again where we're cheering on our hometown teams. The town of Randolph would like to wish the Rich Rebels good luck at the state tournament. Go Rebels!
For banking designed to help you score more, Zions Bank is for you. The Bobcats call the timeout. They're going to bring Anderson in off the bench. Well, they thought he was. 27-18. Johnson, 15 seconds on the shot clock. Chappell gives to Miller. Miller, 4 seconds. Catch, shoot, 3, and long.
That should be a shot clock violation. It took the officials a while to.
Yeah, but you're right, it was, because it didn't touch the rim. They should have put it.
There should be a little bit of time back on the clock. I don't know if they're going to catch it.
Seven seconds on the shot. Weston gives to Lundgren. Ridge drives in. Lot of contact, no call. That's going to do it for the first half. 27-18 after the half. We'll get ready to send it down to the sideline. Nathan Thatcher with Coach Cornea.
Coach, in that first half, it was a lot of three-pointers for Maddox Johnson due to an overcorrection down low with Maddox Johnson. What do you want to do on the defensive end to limit perimeter shooting?
Well, we're going to have to stay man, and we wanted to be able to zone, but I think we're just going to have to man because we can't lose track of him. And then we've got to rebound. Their second chance opportunities have, it's been a lot of buckets, and it's hard to clean up the boards, but we just got to do what we can with our size and be more physical.
On the offensive side, what do you want to do? Do you like the shot selection, or do you need to do more offensive things?
We're playing a little disconnected right now. We just need to get together and attack hard, find our kickouts, and I think we'll be okay.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck in the second half.
All right, welcome out to the Southern Utah University halftime report. This is where you soar at SUU. The first half, Tyler. Daxton Miller in the first quarter had 9 points, 1 of 3 from the foul line. The second quarter, Maddox Johnson, 12 points, 4 3-pointers, and 5 3-pointers in the first half total.
Yeah, it's really been the Daxton Miller and Maddox Johnson show for Panguitch. And Coach Cornea alluded to it. They came out in a zone. He said they wanted to play more zone. But the first 3 possessions, Panguitch came out shooting. Daxton Miller had 2 baskets, and Maddox Johnson hit a 3. They immediately switched to man and have stuck with it ever since. You just have to keep track of where Maddox Johnson is on the floor.
Absolutely. Riker Hoffman with 4 points, Drake Weston with 4, Ridge Lundgren with 4, Carter Hoffman with 2, Scott with 2, and Dylan Fonsbeck with 3 points. This has been your Southern Utah University Halftime Report. This is where you soar. SUU, check them out, suu.edu.
You like car shows? Well, let's supersize it as trucks from all over come for you to enjoy at the Panguitch City Truck Show. It's a family fun event on the 4th of July weekend. Friday night is the light show on Panguitch Main Street from 8 to 10:30 p.m. Saturday, the show will be at the Panguitch City Park from 10 to 4. Truck registration is $75. We support all truck drivers that make our communities better, so why not show off their trucks? We wish all teams success.
I know. You think underage drinking is wrong.
Letting a parrot watch horror movies is wrong. I found you! Underage drinking? That's very wrong. It can harm your learning ability and your grades.
When your kids understand underage drinking isn't just wrong, it's very wrong, 9 out of 10 don't drink.
At Rally Stop, we're more than just a gas station. We're an important part of the community. Grab a quick snack, top off your tank, and hit the road with confidence. Not going to the game, grab a drink, some chicken, and a snack, and head home to watch the game. Rally Stop. Rocky Mountain Fencing, located in Panguitch, has been serving Southern Utah for over 20 years. Owner Marquet Engelstead is a proud supporter of Region 20. Give Marquet a call today, 435-463-1659.
Ruby's Inn General Store has the area's widest selection of Indian arts and crafts, curios, and groceries. Located 1 mile from the entrance to Bryce Canyon National Park, Ruby's General Store has what you need.
If you are buying or refinancing a home, did you know you can request your own title company? Keep business local and request security title for all your title, closing, and escrow needs. Travis and Hillary wish all team success in the postseason tournaments.
Big or small, life is a collection of defining moments. And at Southern Utah University, these moments happen all the time. This is where you find your people, where new friends become like family, where you face challenges with confidence, knowing you have a supportive community cheering you on. These moments are more than just memories. They define who you are and who you will become. This is where you soar. See your future at suu.edu.
Tandem Contractors is a licensed general contractor specializing in dirt work, concrete, utility installation, and septic systems, serving Garfield County and the surrounding area. Call Tell today, 435-690-0243.
From humble beginnings to major discoveries in genetics, medicine, computer science, engineering, and every other corner of campus. It's been a remarkable 175 years, and we are still climbing.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs.
Simply complete an application on your phone or computer and select the low-rate option you prefer.
And then sit back and enjoy the peace of mind that comes from knowing you have a low-rate line of credit. Ready for whatever life throws at you.
To learn more or start your application, visit uccu.com or stop by any branch.
Utah Independent Bank, locally owned with branches to serve you in Beaver, Salina, Monroe, and Milford. Our loan officers and staff are ready to serve you for all your banking needs. Bank with people you know and trust. Get custom banking with custom ideas and custom solutions at Utah Independent Bank.
Larry H. Miller Utah Summer Games is Utah's premier sporting event. The games are hosted by Southern Utah University, and we invite you to be part of the action. Register today and compete in a variety of events, from barrel racing, skeet shooting, basketball, track, arm wrestling, long-range rifle and pistol shooting, ultimate frisbee, horseshoes, swimming, and so much more. Find your event and register today at utahsummergames.org. Trust your smile to Cody Wilson. Located in Cedar City, Wilson Orthodontics creates a fun, efficient environment while perfecting your smile. Schedule an appointment today, 435-586-8980.
Windy Mesa Studios in Panguitch is your local source for personalized and custom printed products. From wholesale items for your gift shop to custom framed or gallery wrapped canvas pictures, we have you covered. Contact us at 435-618-0014. Mayor Scott Sabie, along with the town board and the elected officials of the city of Woodruff, want to wish the Rich Rebels good luck in sports, academics, and all they do in life. Good luck, Rebels.
Coach, in pregame, we talked about yesterday's game against Bryce Valley. Now, you guys played a two-man down low, but you've been able to expand it. Maddox Johnson with 5 3-pointers there in the first half. What was able to work for you to get those outside shots?
Well, I think that Rich has really concentrated on stopping our inside game, which has allowed Maddox to get open on the perimeter, and we've been able to run a little bit more of our sets. I told you last night we got behind and kind of wasn't able to do that, but tonight we have been.
And then on the defensive side, you held Rich to just 1 field goal there in the second quarter. What's been so successful on that side of the floor?
It's been to help defense. We've just been stressing to help defense, and right now we're doing a pretty good job. We've kind of gotten a little bit of foul trouble doing it, but hopefully we can minimize our fouls and still get stops.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck in the second half.
For almost 70 years, the Yardley Insurance Agency has been helping people find the insurance that's right for them. They represent several companies, including Allstate and Liberty Mutual, and have friendly staff that are ready to meet your insurance needs. Yardley Insurance is proud to support the Region 20 tournament.
Imagine a cool winter sunrise with the sound of skates gliding across smooth ice, adding to the soundtrack of winter in Bryce. With the unveiling of the Bryce Canyon Ice Ribbon. The ice ribbon offers a meandering path with music echoing through the pines. Ruby's Inn provides crowd-pleasing activities that include ice skating, snowshoeing, and cross-country skiing, with equipment rentals on site. Book now at ruby'sinn.com.
Enhance your farm's productivity with Aero AG Solutions advanced spray drones. Aero AG specializes in custom aerial application of pesticides, herbicides, fertilizers, seed, and more. Call Logan Lefevre at 435-690-9819.
For all of your residential or commercial HVAC needs, give Air Pro Solutions a call at 435-600-1152 or go to airprosolutionsutah.com. Wishing all Region 20 teams success in the postseason.
Brown Brothers Construction is your trusted ready-mix supplier. We proudly serve Wayne, Paiute, Garfield, and Kane counties, delivering reliable and cost-effective concrete solutions for residential, commercial, and industrial projects. We are excited to announce we now offer concrete pumping services in Kane County. Need to get concrete to a hard-to-reach location? Our concrete pumping services make placement fast, easy, and efficient, saving you time and labor costs. Call us today and experience top-notch service with a commitment to excellence. Brown Brothers Construction.
Quite the drum solo there. We didn't have your audio as we welcome you back to the Blackburn Propane broadcast booth. Warmth you can rely on. Powered by family, fueled by trust. Blackburn Propane. Lundgren 3, got it! Bryce Canyon City 3, and just like that, Lundgren says, I'm not going to take this anymore. I'm going to hit an outside shot and get the team rolling. 6-point lead for the Bobcats. Bounce pass into Remy Chappell. Reverse layup won't go. Rebound pulled down by Carter Hoffman. Out to Scott. Crossover, Hoffman left. That was handy use of his feet. He grabbed that ball with his feet and brought it back to his hands. Bridger Chappell, right side. Johnson. Miller misses. Chappell with the putback. Takes away the rebound. Johnson, good recovery by Weston. Stops that shot attempt. Dalton to Maddox. Inside to Daxton Miller. Looks right, comes left, shot up and in.
Those second and third chance opportunities, you have to limit those if you're Rich. It's hard because you do give up some size inside, but you have to save yourself from the extra chances.
In the corner, Hoffman dribble drive baseline. We're going to do a little Fabrats trivia, play a little game. We're going to ask you a question. You email us the answer at uhsslive@gmail.com. The question is, there's two answers, both correct. What other 1A schools blocked out of bounds? What other 1A schools have ever won? Or what 1A schools have ever won a three-peat in boys state basketball? There's two correct answers. Either one will work, or if you get both. But they may or may not have been or are 1A schools.
Still now. They were at the time.
They were at the time.
Or it could still be, but also could not
Right.
still be.
We don't want to just give it to you, but anyway, they were 1A schools when they won their consecutive state championships. Email us, uhsslive@gmail.com. Drive in. Hoffman in the paint. Shot up. Blocked out of there by Verga. He is so long and so tough. Miller to Maddox. Dalton. Chappell looks in to Miller. Miller. Verga with the putback, misses. Rich wanting over the back. Wanting the foul on Verga there. Almost went in by Lundgren.
Yeah, Verga in because while we were doing the Fabrats, Remy picked up his fourth foul. So Remy Chappell's on the bench. And Verga, he comes in, he had the block on the defensive end, nearly put back the second chance. So, you don't have to be Remy Chappell, but that is a pretty big spot to go in and fill. So Panguitch everybody else will have to elevate themselves to try to step up while Remy's on the bench.
That was Berkeley's third foul. The free throw's good. We'll take the timeout as well. This is 1A State Championship Basketball brought to you by Garfield Memorial Hospital on TeamHive.live.
Bear Valley RV Park in Sinclair, conveniently at the junction of Highway 20 and 89. Large RV pull-throughs with full hookups. Rent a cabin, a sheep camp, a teepee for an unforgettable adventure. BearValleyRV.com.
Blackburn Propane is a family-owned company. We've been in business for 31 years. Full-service propane company servicing all of central and southern Utah and parts of Nevada and Arizona. We don't just service one, we service all.
Bryce Canyon City is your destination for adventure. Cruise the miles of scenic trails on e-bikes, ATVs, horses, mountain bikes, or on foot. Let us take your breath away with a stunning array of winter activities, the rodeo, shopping for memorable souvenirs, world-class stargazing, and of course, the majestic Bryce Canyon National Park. Make Bryce Canyon City your next stop for an unforgettable adventure. All the amenities the city can provide. Visit brycecanyoncityut.gov.
Off the Zions Bank timeout. Banking that helps you score more. Zions Bank. Chapel up top. Dribbles right.
Just 5 on the shot clock.
Got it. Maddox Johnson flexes at the crowd. Bryce Canyon City 3, Maddox Johnson, his 6th of the game.
You wonder if maybe they go to halftime, a little breather, will Maddox Johnson come out and do what he did in the first half? And if there's any signs that he will, that's it right there. 5 feet behind the line, knocks it down.
Lundgren hands to Weston. Hoffman picks up his dribble at the high post, needs help. Gives to Hoffman, to Carter Hoffman, to Scott, back to Carter. Weston long, 3, won't go. Blocked out of there by Verga. That's his 3rd or 4th block already. Weston blocked again by Verga.
He steps in with Remy on the bench in foul trouble, and that's exactly what you need from those guys that have to step up. You don't always know who it's going to be in these types of games, but it always takes somebody that you're not thinking about that steps up and makes big plays.
For sure. Swatted out of there again. That one's picked up by Miller. Dalton tips it away, saves the layup. Miller kind of has a limp in his step.
Miller and Dalton both ran into each other. Verga had the block, and then Dalton and Miller both chased down the rebound, and they just collided knees. They both came up limping.
Weston pulls up off the dribble, buries the 15-foot jumper. Drake Weston averages 14 points a game all season. He's now at 6. That's his first field goal. Miller ahead. Maddox Johnson for 3. That one's off the mark. Tipped by Verga. Jump ball possession will go to the Bobcats.
Rich gets away with leaving Maddox Johnson open. They tried to have a late closeout, but when somebody's already hit 6 threes, you just can't really let them get any breathing room.
Yeah, you got to know where he's at. All right, we've got some Fab Rats winners. We've got some extra shirts up here, so anybody that got the right answer, I'm going to tell you. Blake Dalton. So the 2 answers are Enterprise and Gunnison. Enterprise was like 86 to 88, and Gunnison was in the 70s, wasn't it, Tyler? Yeah. Oh, bounce pass ahead to Weston, blocked by Verga and won. Verga got a hand on the ball, but it still goes in. Yeah, show a replay of that. Verga got up, but that is a gigantic foul. Verga's 4th. He was clean up top, but there was a hard foul with the body.
So your 2 big guys, rim protectors, and we've seen just in the last 2 minutes, 3 or 4 balls swatted away and nearly swatting that one. But now you're really in trouble if you start losing your interior defense.
Cher Davey said Enterprise. Sherry Leach said Enterprise. Priscilla Morgan got them both. So Priscilla, Bryn, you got him. You had Enterprise. Asa Bradford, Enterprise. Any of you guys, all of you guys win a Fab Rats shirt. Hopefully we have the right sizes. That's the third foul on Maddox Johnson.
And again, it's one of those situations, we've seen that quite a bit in this tournament where you're in the bonus and you're trying to make a hustle play going after a rebound, but you pick up a foul that leads to free throws clear at the other end of the floor.
Weston is 6 from 6 from the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line. That lead has dwindled.
Lundgren and Weston have now combined for 18 of the last 19 Rich points.
Miller off the wrong foot. He jumps and his leg kind of gave away on him. And the short shot was short. Lundgren stepped back, 15-footer, 1-point game.
.90 run, and the momentum is back to the Rebels on state championship basketball. Brought to you by Farm Bureau Financial Services, Chad Lyman on KTTA 8.1.
The Bryce Canyon Half Marathon course takes you through the iconic red rock that is abundant throughout Bryce Canyon country. Also enjoy the 5K or Color Me Fun run. Register today at BryceCanyonHalfMarathon.com. Race is scheduled for the second Saturday in July.
Whether you're new to the sport, a pro, or just looking for a great time, bring your ranch ponies and join us for a relaxed, friendly competition. Our 2025 Buckle Series runs now through May 9th and 10th. We hope to see you there. Chisel's Ranch Sorting.
Welcome back off the Zions Bank timeout for game-winning banking with Home Team Field. Zions Bank is for you. Rich on a run. It is a 9-0 run for the Rebels. Burgess still on the floor with 4 fouls. Maddox Johnson with 3. Crossed half court to Verga. Maddox. Berkeley Dalton. Verga at the high post. Gives to Miller. Miller drives in, swings over, and one. On. They gave him the bucket. I guess he was in the progress of shooting.
Yeah, they must have said that his step through, because the foul wasn't up top, it was down low on the body.
Right.
So he got off a clean layup, which was an easy finish for him, but the contact on the body is what got the and one.
Missed his Legacy Ace Hardware free throw. Miller 1 of 5 from the line. Strong take inside by Fonsbeck.
The official, Coach Cornea, was slapping his arm, signaling to the official that he thought it was a foul. The ref thought he was calling a timeout, so he stopped to give him a timeout and realized Coach Cornea was just signaling that he thought it was a foul.
Dalton, pass to Maddox, cross half court. Weston, the intensity on the Rich Rebel defense has definitely picked up a notch in this third period. Johnson to Chappell. Miller, baseline, up and under, missed. Verga tips it. Chappell chases down the rebound.
And the officials, the ball didn't hit the rim. There was 3 seconds on the shot clock. The officials stopped it to discuss if it should have reset, but it shouldn't have.
So there was 3 seconds on it. There's 25 seconds on the game clock, so the shot clock is just off.
And the officials are doing the best, but I think that's just a missed call right there. There should be 3 seconds on the shot clock because Miller drove in, had the reverse layup, and at least from our angle, it didn't look like it hit the rim. Maybe it snuck on the rim.
Johnson inbounds to Miller. Miller has it stripped away by Fonsbeck. Outlet pass to Ridge Lundgren. Rebound. Verga. Outlet to Dalton. 10 seconds. He picked up his dribble. Cross court to Johnson. 5 on the shot clock. Johnson shot up. Won't go in. 1 second. That's going to do it for the third quarter. 34-33. Bobcats with a 1-point lead in this 1A state championship basketball game, brought to you by SC Broadband on 1aball.com.
Your car carries you and those you love through the days and years. It deserves the best care you can give it. At Burt Brothers, we can help with that. We've been doing it better than anyone else since 1991, and we'll keep doing it to get you through all the important moments on life's roads. Because cars are more than how we get from here to there, they're how we get from there to here. Find your nearest store and discover special offers at burtbrothers.com.
For all your residential and commercial plumbing needs, contact Color Country Plumbing. Specializing in new construction, call today, 435-231-3950. Wishing all of Region 20 success in the postseason. Cowboy Smokehouse in Panguitch, Utah, where real cowboys along with locals gather for our famous homemade food. Big news! We are in our new location. We couldn't be more pleased. With a new large banquet room to accommodate large parties and events. Come join us at the Cowboy Smokehouse in Panguitch.
Welcome back to the Blackburn Propane broadcast booth. Warmth you can rely on, powered by family, fueled by trust. Lundgren hands to Scott. Weston up top. Rebels trail by 1. Crossover. Kind of falling down. Gives to Hoffman. Underneath. Fonsbeck. Shot missed. Rebound. Chapel. Dalton. Johnson. Miller. Miller down to, ball goes through Miller's hands. Weston ahead of Johnson. Johnson, a little bit of contact, no call. Missed the second shot. Miller comes out of there with the rebound. Weston, Miller, bounce pass to Verga, rims off. Dalton's fourth foul, isn't it?
Yeah, that will be Dalton's fourth. So Remy with 4, Verga with 4, and Dalton with 4.
And Maddox with 3.
And it's interesting because, both Verga and Remy with 4. Barney has played Verga for going on about the last 8 minutes now once Remy picked up his 4th shortly in. So it'll be interesting to see when Barney decides to put Remy back in.
Lundgren bounces it off the back, gets the pass himself. So he passed it to himself, lays it up and in.
Wow, what a gutsy play, and it gives Rich their first lead of the night.
Yeah, does he get the assist, or does the Bobcat that he bounced it off his back get the assist? Pick and roll off the glass. Bridger Chapel puts the Bobcats on top.
And that's a good sign if you're a Bobcat. Up to that point, Daxton Miller and Maddox Johnson have combined for 31 points. So you look at the rest of the roster, they've got 5 points. You need other guys to step up.
Scott hands to Lundgren. Lundgren defended by Dalton, who has 4 fouls. In the corner, Fonsbeck drives, shot up. Misses, rebound Daxton Miller. Maddox Johnson to Daxton Miller. Looks into Verga. Screen from Chapel. Goes the other way. Miller. Dalton catches, shoots the three. Got it! Bryce Canyon City 3 from Berkeley. Dalton puts the Bobcats back out by 4. Timeout on the floor. We'll take timeout as well. The state championship basketball brought to you by Farm Bureau Financial Services and Chad Lyman on KTTA 8.1.
Regular exercise is an important part of maintaining a healthy lifestyle. Elevate Fitness in Panguitch is a 7,000 square foot center that will offer weights, treadmills, as well as a turf area for classes. Follow us on our construction project on Facebook, Elevate Fitness.
Welcome back from the Zions Bank timeout. For banking designed to help you score more, Zions Bank is for you. We're going to send it down to Nathan Thatcher for our Larry H. Miller Utah Summer Games sideline report.
Hey guys, listening into Coach Cornea and the timeouts, he's asking for ultimate aggressiveness. I also don't think I've ever heard a coach ask his players to find a cutting teammate on offense more than he has. He's asking for ball movement across the board so that his team can get the best looks to close this game for a storybook finish of a season. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Nathan. And that is your Larry H. Miller Utah Summer Games sideline report. Go to utahsummergames.org to register today. In the paint, shot up, rims over. Chapel with the rebound.
And that had to be really hard for Remy not to try to reach and go for a block. He has 4 fouls, but great discipline to stay straight up.
For sure. Inside to Chapel. Remy. Dax Miller spins one way. Has it tipped, and it goes out of bounds.
Sometimes officials are just funny. That official that made the call, he sat there swiping to signal that the ball was tipped, and he did it probably 10 different times before he signaled whose ball it was, just to build the anticipation.
Wanted to make sure. Inbounds to Maddox. Dalton. Maddox, 5 on the shot clock. Maddox gets it off, hits the back of the rim. Outlet pass ahead to Carter Hoffman. Euro step, blocking foul.
It's hard to tell sometimes if it's Remy or Bridger when you just see a quick play. I thought for a second Remy might have been the one that fouled out, but it's Bridger. That's just his first.
At the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line, Carter Hoffman. I have to look at the shoes is how I tell them apart, Tyler.
Yeah, the numbers look similar, especially on these uniforms. It's a little harder to tell.
Yeah, on the white jerseys, it pops out. Timeout on the floor. We'll take one as well. This is State Championship Basketball brought to you by Lamb Excavating on TeamHive.live.
Fab Rats is an entertaining YouTube channel based in beautiful southern Utah. Paul, Michelle, and the crew showcase major and minor fabrication builds, off-road adventures, family fun, and much more. Check them out on YouTube and subscribe today.
Are you looking for ways to protect your agricultural-related investments from lack of precipitation and market downturns? We are the Ag Experts. Our team specializes in PRF insurance, LRP insurance, and ranch insurance. Give Chad a call today to learn how you can protect your calf check from the market downturns and your livestock range from drought. Don't get caught at the bottom of the cycles. Choose the experts. Choose us, your agriculture insurance specialists. Call Chad Lyman with Tyler Jeffson Associates at 435-633-5981.
Celebrating over 80 years of service, Garfield Ready Mix and Bryce Valley Builders are proud to sponsor 1A basketball. Providing quality concrete to Paiute, Kane, Garfield, and Wayne counties, the mudders at Garfield Ready Mix are the best around.
All right, off State Bank or Zions Bank timeout. Nice seal and one. Bridger Chapel gets the seal from Remy. takes it to the rack, and he'll go to the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line.
You're exactly right. That was all set up by Remy. He got down on the block, established post position, and he didn't do anything illegal. He just stayed there to create space.
There, the rebound's tipped and goes to Miller. Johnson set, shoots the three, rims out. Miller with the rebound, puts it up, traveled. Hey, folks, on our Fab Rats, they've been great sponsors. They gave us a bunch of shirts. A lot of them are plus sizes. If you have somebody here, 3 for Lundgren won't go, that is a plus size, or you're at home and you're a plus size, 3, 4, 5X, and you want a Fab Rat shirt, have them come up and see David at the broadcast booth after the game. We have some free shirts we'd love to send home with people. Weston dribbles, kicks. Lundgren. Crossover. Oh, Euro step, lays it up, won't go. Johnson or Miller with the rebound. Chappell, another steal from Remy, opens Bridger wide open. Timeout on the floor, and that's the unsung hero big things that a big guy can do. You just seal him. Now, is that a hold or not? Maybe. I love to do it because you can create a lane.
That's right.
If you know what you're doing, you can create a lane, and Bridger and Remy working together, those last 2 buckets are huge for the Bobcats.
That is it. Bridger, he didn't have a field goal coming into the fourth quarter. He now has 3. We talked about how it was really only Daxton Miller and Maddox Johnson through the first 3 quarters. Well, they haven't scored in the fourth, but Bridger Chappell has 6, and Berkeley Dalton has 3. And then another thing, just with that last play, Ridge Lundgren trying to make a play in the backcourt. It's just there's too much pressure. You can't really risk too much that far away from the hoop. He went for the steal, which put him way behind the play. Nobody had the ball, and that's what allowed Bridger to go all the way. At a time like that, you just need to get back and keep the ball in front of you.
Yeah, I agree. Weston. The Lundgren open in the middle. Wide open 3. Got it! Bryce Canyon City 3. Carter Scott.
Now that is a guy that is not afraid of the big moment.
Johnson to Dalton. Back to Johnson. To Remy Chappell. Still ton of time in this game. 2:43 left. Miller on the high post. Turns, looks. Hands it back to Bridger. To Dalton. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Chappell dribbles in, takes it up, scoops, rims over. Swatted away by Miller, picked up by Hoffman to Weston. Scott, 3, rims off. Kind of a rush shot that time for Scott, but he's open.
He's open, and he just hit the one on the possession before.
Bobcats take their time, work it around. Miller, crossover, dribbling right to the baseline. Tries to come back to Miller. Up and under. Daxton Miller. Timeout on the floor. We'll take one as well. This is 1A State Championship Basketball brought to you by the Chicken Lights and Chrome Truck Show on the 4th of July weekend in Panguitch on KSL.com.
Mom, I'm going to Sydney.
Hello? What about the fridge?
Off the Zions Bank timeout for Big Time Banking with Home Team Field. Zions Bank is for you. It is Rebel ball. They trail by 5. Plenty of time for the Rebels. They need one score and a stop, and then see what they can do from there. Weston inside to Riker Hoffman. Carter Hoffman hands to Scott. Back to Riker. Riker to Scott. Weston. 5 out around the perimeter. Weston, a reach around defense by Johnson, and their ball taken away by Chappell. They called that call earlier in the game 2 or 3 times on each team, once on each team for sure. Miller down to Chappell. Bounce pass inside to Bridger. Dalton 3, got it! Bryce Canyon City 3, Berkeley Dalton, the second of in the fourth quarter. 48-40. Lundgren tries to answer. Johnson saves it in. Gives to Miller. Miller cross to Berkeley Dalton. Lays it up and in. 10 points. 27 seconds. Scott pulls up off the dribble for 3. Chased down in the corner.
Berkeley Dalton stepping up.
Those 2 big threes for Berkeley Dalton. We'll take a quick timeout and be right back. This state championship basketball brought to you by Keller Country Plumbing on TeamHive.live.
Mom, we're going to Sam's.
Somebody shut the door. Ugh.
Your State Bank of Southern Utah play of the game. Tyler, Berkeley Dalton in this fourth quarter. 2 big threes and a 2-point basket right there. Really have kind of sealed this game. It was close until his 8 points in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, he's a senior. You know, he's older, he's experienced, and he really hadn't, he didn't have any points until the fourth, but just when you need him, you have to have guys step up. Berkeley Dalton steps up in a huge way.
Your State Bank of Southern Utah play of the game. State Bank of Southern Utah, where local decisions produce better results. Rich with only 3 fouls. The fouls don't even send the Bobcats to the foul line. Miller. So the Bobcats are going to be the 3rd team in 1A history to make a three-peat.
There's only ever been 5 teams that have three-peated in Utah high school boys basketball history. The Rich Rebels become the 6th. Or excuse me, the Panguitch Bobcats.
In the boys.
In the boys.
In boys. So your final 50-40, Panguitch pulls out the victory, the 10-point win over the Rich Rebels. We'll run right into the Ruby's In postgame report and highlights. Berkeley Dalton, 8 big points in the fourth quarter. Daxton Miller with 15 points in the game. 6 threes for Maddox Johnson, 18 points. 2 for Remy Chappell, Bridger has 7 points. Just for the Rich Rebels, Riker Hoffman with 4 points. Drake Weston with 8, 10, 11. Ridge Lundgren with 12. 4 for Carter Hoffman, 5 for Carter Scott, and 5 for Dylan Scott Fonsbeck. Rich Rebels, a hard-fought battle. You wonder how much it took out of them last night in that triple overtime victory over the Tabiona Tigers.
Yeah, that's a long game of intensity. It didn't get over until 9:45 or 10. I mean, Panguitch, they didn't finish till 11:30, but when you're playing 3 overtimes of high-intense basketball, that takes a lot out of you.
Yeah, for sure. For your trophy presentation,
and the Board of Trustees is Zach McKee. The second place trophy will be presented to Rich High School.
Zach McKee presents the second place trophy to the Rich Rebel team. Panguitch Bobcats are your 2025 1A Boys State Champion, Panguitch Bobcats. And they let the crowd on the field, on the court. Go down there if you like. David can find them. You know, you hate to see a team lose, and the Rich Rebels put their hearts and souls into the season. What a great season they had. What a great tournament. And on this night, the Bobcats were just a little better.
Yeah, they were. And really, it was the start to the game, a 7-0 run, and then the start to the second quarter, a 6-0 run. Kind of buried them in a hole. They eventually fought back and took a 1-point lead at the very beginning of the fourth quarter, but then it was, Berkeley Dalton and Bridger Chapel that just made huge plays.
Absolutely. Isn't it? I mean, it's interesting, and you'd been saying it throughout the game, Tyler. Someone else is going to have to step up. In the fourth quarter, Rich made those adjustments, and they shut down Daxton Miller and Maddox Johnson. But the Bobcats just had too much firepower.
It seemed like a game of adjustments because after the 7-0 run, they started zone for 3 possessions, then went to man. Well, once they went to man, it stifled Panguitch for a little bit. Then Maddox Johnson started hitting all those threes. So then they start shutting down Maddox Johnson. And then in the fourth quarter, it's Berkeley Dalton and Bridger Chapel. It was more of the night kind of seemed like Rich reacting to Panguitch rather than Panguitch having to react to Rich.
Yeah, and anytime you start out in the hole, you can't start yourself in the hole like the Rebels did against a good team like the Bobcats. We've got Daxton Miller down there with Nathan. Tell him to turn on his
that
microphone.
was a back and forth game all night long, but then you guys seal it there in the end with this massive run. What did it take to get the win here, 50-40?
We just had to have a lot of energy because that's one thing we've been struggling with. We just knew we come out with energy, we play our game, we're going to get it done.
You've been a menace in the paint basically this whole week long, all season long. What's that mindset take you in when you go down low and you want to get a bucket?
I don't know, just work hard, make a strong move, and just try to make it, I guess.
And now you've won 3 in a row. Is it kind of normal at this point, or does it just still feel unique every time you win?
No, it's different every time. There's something different, something new you got to work towards every time.
With this team, what are you going to remember the most? The chemistry, the wins?
Just me and the boys, just playing. Been playing with them since we were in 4th grade. It's gonna be sad having to end it off like that, but
congratulations, man.
This year's Southern Utah University your championship celebration. This is where you soar at SUU. Check them out at SUU.edu. People-centric, purpose-driven, place-empowered SUU. Daxton Miller, we said it earlier, Daxton Miller had 15 points. What other stats did he have in the game, Ozzy? Ozzy's cleaning up. I'm going to make him work. Give me Daxton Miller's stats, Ozzy. Here, I'm going to put you on the air.
He was 2 for 5 from the free throw line. 8 for 13 field goals, and he had 10 boards, a couple assists, and a couple steals.
Daxton Miller had a great game for the Bobcats. So we're going to send it down to Nathan Thatcher with Verga.
So Remy in that first half had to leave with foul trouble. Then in comes you. You came in, made some massive blocks. What did it feel like to make some big plays here in a big stage?
Man, it felt awesome, but I got to give shout out to my team too. We were communicating and telling each other where to go, and it was awesome. It felt great.
Clearly emotional for you. What does it feel like to be a state champion?
Absolutely fantastic. It's one of the best feelings in the world.
What are you going to remember the most out of this season, being with your teammates? I mean, I was just talking with Daxton, winning 3 in a row. He says each time it's unique. What was unique about this specific team?
The hustle. We hustled and we used everybody to what they were good for and came together and just brought us another state champ.
Congratulations, man. Go enjoy it.
All right, this year's Southern Utah University Championship celebration. Southern Utah University has a free health clinic and counseling and AMP mental health resources. 89% job placement within 6 months of graduating. Austin, tell us about Trenton Verga's stats. I know he didn't score any points, but he had a few blocks and a few rebounds.
He had 5 blocks and a half a dozen rebounds, but his 5 blocks came when it was definitely needed. It was a really, really tight ball game, and I believe 4 of them were right in a row. 4 possessions, 4 blocks.
Not too often you can bring 5 blocks off the bench.
And they were all, good looks. When you save an easy layup, that's just as good as 2 points on the other side.
Oh, absolutely. For sure, 100%. So they're looking for Maddox Johnson. This is your SUU championship celebration. 15,000 plus total enrollment at SUU. We're going to send it down to Nathan Thacker. He's got Maddox Johnson.
Maddox, you were on an absolute heater tonight. Yesterday, in your win versus Bryce Valley, you guys only put up 3 threes, and in the first half, you make 5 of them. What was going through your head tonight?
I don't know, just pregame. I was knocking them down. I wasn't missing, so it just translated over to during the game and just caught fire.
You were clearly emotional after all of your shots tonight. What does it feel when you're in a state championship game like that, when it's going back and forth?
I mean, just all the emotions, it feels amazing. Shot after shot, nothing, can't compare it to any other feeling.
And now, after the game, winning it, what's that feeling like?
I mean, we won last year, but this year was way better. I mean, hitting all those threes and just going out on a dub our senior year was just phenomenal. So
we'll go celebrate with your teammates.
Thank you.
All right, that was Maddox Johnson with Nathan Thatcher in our SUU championship celebration. Maddox finished with 6 threes. How many did he take, Ozzy?
It was 6 for 12.
So 50% behind the arc. He was also, any other stats on there?
He only had 2 other shots from the 2-point line, and that was about it.
So Berkeley Dalton with Nathan Thatcher.
Teammates. And I've been saying, going in a back-and-forth game like that, when there's momentum swings each way, what was it like in the final part of that fourth quarter to finally make your push to go and win a state championship?
I think we talked about it before the game as a team. We said that we have to dwell on the highs and, keep that and get into our momentum. And I think that once we got a couple scores, then we knew that we're going to win this. So we just thought, let's push to the end and let's finish it out for a state title. So. Coach Barney just got his 6th state championship, 3 in a row. What's it been like to play for him? It's been an honor. I know he's a well-respected coach throughout the state, and he's very successful, and so I thank him for what he's done, and I've learned a lot from him. So
hey, go celebrate your teammates.
Just 2 for 3 from the 3-point line.
All right, Berkeley Dalton, 2 of 3 from 3-point line, 8 points in the game. We're going to send it down to Coach Barney, or down to Nathan Thatcher with Coach Barney.
Coach, I saw you right as the buzzer sounded. Your team goes to celebrate. You sat back, took a moment for yourself. What were you thinking about in that moment?
There's just a lot of things that go through my mind. It's like I was talking to you at the first of the game. This experience is for the kids. And every year that we get to walk through that tunnel, a new batch of kids get to come through. And that's the best part. Just getting here is awesome. And then you try to win, because you don't get here all the time. And so just being able to have the experience and then win the game, it just couldn't be more perfect.
I was also talking with you pre-game, asking you if it feels any different to be back here. But does it feel any different to just keep winning the way that you do?
It's so awesome to win. I'm the world's worst loser, so yeah, I love to win, and just really happy for the kids.
Well, tonight you got 3 in a row, but also you tied for 3rd all-time in most state championships won by a head coach in this state. What does that honor mean to you?
It means I've had a lot of good kids. I've had a lot of good kids and kids that have bought into the program. Good support from a community and from administrators at the school and parents. I mean, it's a whole effort. I mean, if you grow up in Panguitch, you have so many volunteers that work all kinds of youth sports and youth programs. It's just really fun to watch. And I take the reins in high school, and we just keep going.
I was asking all your players, what's unique about this year? Because some of them have been part of this streak that you've been on, and they were all talking about the chemistry, specifically with this unit. What stands out in your mind with this specific team?
These 5 seniors are the gooniest kids you've ever been around, honestly. They are goony, and they are so fun. I mean, they're just crazy fun, and the looser they are, the better they are. And, I mean, today on the bus ride, I mean, you would have thought we were going to the zoo. I mean, they're just loose, and they've grown up together, started kindergarten together, and have played since 4th grade, and they know each other, and they don't care who gets the glory. Unselfish, they're just like 5 brothers.
I won't take any more time, so go celebrate with the team. Thanks, Coach.
All righty. One thing that, Coach Barney, he's a hard-nosed coach, and he does not like to lose. But he's one of the nicest guys, one of the biggest hearts you ever met in your life.
Go to a sandwich. I know. I'm the smallest guy.
Just a great human being. We'll send it down to Nathan with the Chapel Twins.
7 and 4.
Guys, I've been talking with your teammates.
7
I've been asking them, what's so special about this specific team? Because Panguitch has been on a run. You guys have won 3 straight. But what's so special about this year? I'll start with you.
Us 5 have been playing basketball together since I couldn't even tell you, probably as long as I can remember. And this is just what we've been dreaming of ever since then.
Clearly emotional. What's going through your mind right now after you just won?
I don't know. I'm just happy and sad it's over because I love these boys so much. Wouldn't trade anything for them.
Bridger, you've been a menace in the paint. You guys have been able to do so well, playing with Dax down low. What has it been like to be so dominant on that side of the floor?
Just like, I think that one's for him because I'm on the outside, but being dominant inside means a lot for this team, and that's obviously where most of our points come from, like the whole year, except for tonight. Maddox did a really good job shooting those threes in, and he really carried us that way, and just thankful for him and Berkeley, the way they've been shooting the ball in tonight.
Just talking with Coach Barney, he just won his 6th state championship. That's 3 in a row, but he moved to 3rd all time and the winningest head coach. What does that mean to play for a coach like him?
It means everything, especially with those other 4 boys, because again, we've been playing with each other since before I can remember. Basketball is what brought us 5 together since we were before we can remember. So
we'll go celebrate with your teammates.
All righty, folks. Well, Southern Utah University championship celebration as Nathan Thatcher was down there with the Chapel Twins. The chemistry those two have, we've watched it all year. Those 2 seals, along with Berkeley Dalton's big shots, those 2 baskets, actually 3 in the 4th quarter from Bridger Chapel, really slammed the door shut on the Rich Rebels.
Yeah, it did. And, Remy, I'm sure it was a frustrating night for him having to watch a lot from the bench with his foul trouble. But he comes in and he makes plays that don't show up on the box score, creating opportunities for Bridger, and Bridger able to finish those.
Absolutely. Great job by the Chapel Twins. Ozzie, any other stats on the Chapels that you want to share?
Between them, they had 11 rebounds and 9 points.
It's a great game tonight. I'm Mike Ahlstrom. He's Tyler Gibb. Aiden Fort producing all night long. Austin Owens on the stats. Ashley Coombs on the main camera. Colin Pace on sideline. Mason Ahlstrom on sideline. David Tebbs directing. Nathan Thatcher on the sideline reports. And Dallin Richards down on the sideline as well. It takes a whole team to bring you these games, folks. We appreciate your support and you watching. It's been a great tournament. We look forward to seeing you next year. Anything you got, Tyler?
What a week.
What a week. It feels like it goes forever and then it's gone in a blink. So
it is.
Until next year, everybody be safe out there, and we're looking forward to seeing you next year. Have a good night.